Jay's Juke Joint. This is my home bar, and I've been going over some cocktails, some classics, some originals that are very easy to make during this pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic that we're in, and they're very simple. We're using base spirits that you will most likely have in your own arsenal or that are easy to get. Vodkas, gins, rum, whiskey, bourbon, not things that you'll have to go out and buy or look for, and then you'll pour 2 drinks and it'll sit on your shelf for the next decade. So these are simple drinks, simple produce that you can grow in your own backyard, or find at any grocery store. Tonight we are going to do a variation of the Moscow Mule. I call this one the medicinal mule because I add a little secret ingredient that makes it a little more healthful. Although what's already in this drink is pretty healthful. You have ginger, lime, vodka, and all 3 of those. Very good for you. Vodka, nothing wrong with that. I mean, these are difficult times, so a nice good drink, put a smile on your face. My addition is a honey ginger syrup. This gives it a little more kick and a little more benefit. The honey, this is all raw honey, fresh ginger. I made it myself. It will keep in the fridge for at least a couple months. And that bottle, believe it or not, in various drinks won't last me more than a few days. So anyway, about the mule. The mule first made its appearance in 1941 when a young Russian girl came to America. She was trying to sell her invention, the copper mug. And apparently it didn't do well in Russia. But when she came here to America, she ended up in Hollywood, California, so right here in our backyard. And she wandered into a place called the Cock and Bull on Sunset Boulevard, very famous bar. And the bartender there said, okay, well, let's see what we can do with your copper mug. And what resulted was the Moscow Mule. And to this day, this is one of the most popular cocktails, any bar and restaurant. Incredibly popular. You can do it with vodka, you can do it with bourbon, make a Kentucky Mule, or say Jameson or an Irish whiskey. You have an Irish Mule, a Mexican Mule, tequila, or mezcal. A great way to have this. So this is a popular drink and easy to make. And like I said, I have this honey syrup. I'm going to give you instructions on how to make that, ingredients. I'll put that at the end of this video. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and knock this out. Again, here's what's special about the copper mug. I mentioned in the julep episode, if you saw that, metal is a conductor. So when you put your ice and your ingredients and your spirit into this mug, it takes the heat from that liquor and pushes it out, keeping the cold in, which reduces the dilution of the beverage. And it gives you, a nice full-bodied cocktail for the duration of the drink. So that's why metal is very important. Copper is very important on this drink, and you can make it in a glass, cup, mug, whatever you want to have to do. A mason jar, I don't know what you're going to use, but if you have a copper mug, use it. You won't regret it. And we're going to go ahead and build this. So here's what we do. I build it in a mixing glass. I just put some ice. So we're going to fill this glass up about halfway, 3/4 with ice. Really depends on the size of the mug that you're using. I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. Right, like that. I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce of the honey ginger syrup. Really a special ingredient for this. Like I said, this turns it into a medicinal mule, which is something we all need a little more of right now. And then 2 ounces of vodka. We are using Tito's vodka. Tito's is from Texas. It's a corn distilled spirit, so it's very unique in its profile. To me it doesn't actually taste like a vodka, but and I'm not even a big vodka fan, to be 100% with you, but I do like Tito's, and I will drink this in a Bloody Mary or a Mule any day. So we get 2 ounces here. Right, that's simple. And then we're going to give it a nice shake. Not too much of a shake, like I said. So that's it. When you're done with your mixing glass, leave it up. That lets any other bartenders or any other guests who might be making a cocktail know that it's been used, it needs to be rinsed. Hopefully you will rinse your own glass. It's a pet peeve. Again, mixing tin, stays up. And then we're going to use Fever Tree ginger beer. Big fan of Fever Tree, a little expensive. There's a lot of other great brands out there. I've talked about them in other episodes. But for this, we are going to use Fever Tree because it is a good one. And all you do really is top it off with a Fever Tree. That's it, because you already have that honey ginger in there, and that does a nice job in itself. And then I'm going to garnish it with a mint sprig. Strategically put it on that side. And why not? Typically a mule is garnished with a lime wedge or a lime wheel. I like the lime wheel. I'm not going to squeeze the lime into the drink, and it looks a little more festive. But there's your mule. Voila! Moscow Mule, medicinal mule, Kentucky Mule, Irish Mule. You have all these different variations. They're all really, really good. And I'm going to enjoy this one. To your health, stay safe. These are terrible times. I can't wait to see you guys back at the bar. Cheers. Ah.